Welcome to Landria Anka on YouTube, here to help you break through your fears and live an awesome life. I have the perfect diet tip. This is a no-brainer. If you want to lose weight, go get a tooth pulled. If I'm looking a little rough, it's because I fractured my tooth, went in, and they yanked it out right then and there, and you know, it's a little, little tricky. I'm fine, but I got this gaping hole, and I can't really eat anything. But guess what? I can have coffee. All right, I want to share something incredible. Not really. It's not really incredible. It's incredible if you're not used to these things happening, and you are still stuck in that third dimension thinking that we are something separate from each other and the energy that surrounds us. If you're still thinking that, then you're going to think this is a miracle. And the rest of you that have experienced this are going to go, no, that's what happens. I did a video 2 days ago for you, and I said anything can happen even if you think you don't have enough money. And I used an example. I said, let's say you want to go to Rome, and there's just no possible way. I mean, you just don't have the money. Just can't even figure out how that would happen. But you are determined. You know it's already happened, and you don't try to micromanage. Here's where people get in trouble. They try to micromanage because we think we're in charge. No, the universe is part of you. It's so much greater than our dense bodies here. So when you connect to that, it just makes the decisions for us. It's part of you making it happen. So when you let that go, it'll show up. And my example was, let's say somebody calls you and says, hey, I've got this trip to Rome, and my partner or my friend bailed on me, and I really don't want to go alone, and it's already paid for. All you have to do is show up. Feed yourself while you're there. Just show up. Everything's paid for. And I said, that's possible. Yesterday, 2 days after I did that video, my friend called me and said, what are you doing in a few weeks? And I said, nothing. Why? She said, I have a full-blown cruise ship vacation. She's a travel agent. Vacation to the islands, the Caribbean islands. And you can come for free, come along with me for free, because she had been dating somebody and they broke up. And she said that I was the person she would rather come share the vacation with for free for a week to the Caribbean islands on a beautiful cruise ship. Stuff happens. I just happened to use that example. Wow. Okay, I want to share some things with you. I have people contacting me pretty consistently. I mean, I'm getting more and more of these stories. People personally writing me and saying, I had one gal, holistic doctor, and she said crickets. She opened this practice, nothing. So she went in and used some of the practices of just really opening up and knowing it was done and relaxing about, most of all relaxing, because if you're worried, that means you don't believe it. That means that you think you have to worry because it's not going to turn out the way you want it to. It's tough to release that and say, it's already done. You are that powerful. It's tough to really grasp how powerful you are. All right, so she releases it. She feels at peace, and 3 people booked. Boom. 3 people booked her. I don't know if it was the next day. I think it was like the next day or 2. Yeah, right away. And now what does that do? Then it opens that doorway to you saying, oh my gosh, I'm really connecting to that power. I really am that power. And then it reinforces it. So then you go, okay, let's go for 10 people this week and 20. And, and then you envision it, you're having multiple locations because it's so big, if that's what you want. Be careful sometimes of what you ask for, maybe you go, oh, this isn't really what I wanted. But then, so you sell them, You go, okay, I had fun. It grew a little bit too much. I'm too busy. I'll sell them. Put a couple million in the bank, goes tour the world. Another person contacted me and told me that they had passed a test and got their ideal job that they had been trying for years to do. And all of a sudden it just, boom, happened. They got this unbelievable job. What else happened? Oh my gosh. I'm drawing a blank right now because there have been so many. I've also been getting really wonderful, and by the way, I've kept these and I share them without names. I share these stories. I always ask for permission, but I share these stories with other people to let them know that's what's going on out there. That's what your fellow human beings are experiencing when they let go, when they believe, when they know that this is just a journey and there's never anything to be worried about, ever, ever. It's a journey. It's like we don't accept being human. We don't accept challenges. We don't accept, maybe being a little broke or being a little sick or being, losing a love. That's what we came here to experience, and it's really awesome. It's awesome. Can you sit with it? All right, so when I had to go get my tooth pulled, the weekend before, it fractured and I was in pain, so I knew that I had 2 days of being uncomfortable. It wasn't terrible pain, and one night, the night before, I was like, okay, I can't get in till tomorrow, so I need to what if I just sat and experienced it? Because we fight it, even illness, it's like, I don't want to feel this way, so what do? You're getting your body riled up, you're getting the nerve endings all going, and you're upset, so the blood pressure goes up, all this stuff. What if you sit with it and you say, okay, I'm just going to experience this? So I sat there, and I just focused on that. It was throbbing, not sheer pain, but it was throbbing. And I thought, okay, what does that feel like? And it actually calmed down. It calmed down because I was okay with it. And I thought, what if I even thought it tickled a little bit? I know, it's crazy. I did that recently. And, I had a facial thing being done that hurt. And I was like, this doesn't feel good. And I thought, no, I'm going to tell myself it tickles. And the pain was so much more tolerable. It was like a peel, one of those facial peels. So I want you to just ask yourself what you're fighting that if you went with could be really an awesome experience, will actually expand and open the doors. Because when the message to the universe is, I'm okay with this, I know that this is going to take me to something new. It is not something that's the opposite of what I want. It's part of the experience of getting to what I want. Does that make sense? So I just saw a video with David Wilcock on wisdom teachings, and he said something, the Law of One, I think it's called. You guys will know this. I've never read it. I don't know anything about it. It's new to me. But he said the most interesting thing. He said, if you're trying to lose weight, for instance, and what you really want is to eat, you'll never lose the weight because you're going against what you truly desire. And I thought, oh my gosh, that was such a different way to look at things. It's like we always talk about, okay, let's lose weight, let's get fit and whatever. But truly, if you're sitting there going, I really want to just have that pizza, it's not until you're so sick of the pizza that the thought of it, you can't stand it. That's what Tony Robbins does this. He has that reverse effect kind of thinking about what you love. You're repulsed by it, right? And that's when the other thing becomes more attractive. Here he comes. Come on, come up here. The thing that you want, you truly want more than the pizza, that's when you lose the weight. And that made so much sense. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, I love you too. Koo had to make an appearance because he's a scene stealer. Yeah, and he's cute. All right. So I want you to know that this is all simple stuff. I had somebody write me and she said that she's been watching my videos and she's actually starting to manifest small things. Now, here's the other thing too. There is no differentiation out there. So if you're manifesting small things and you don't seem to be able to get to the bigger things and you've been patient with time and everything, it's not that it takes more energy to manifest the big thing, because you could actually get the money like that, or get the job, or get the relationship, right? Sometimes it does take human time for things to pull together for you, and you have to be patient with that. But let's say you could manifest it pretty quickly. There may be a block in your head that says, well, okay, so I can manifest, a 10% raise, but I can't manifest being a millionaire. Ooh, that's, in your head, that's a bigger task. It's not a bigger task to the universe. It's not. It's not. So we cap ourselves. That's why people say, so there's this, do you set detailed directives to the universe, or do you leave it open? I leave it somewhat open. Now, you have to be clear about what you want, but I leave the details to the universe, because sometimes it comes in ways I never expected, and it's even greater than I expected. So I don't want to limit myself. So, a lot of people will say, okay, I would like to earn 6 figures or more. 6 figures or more in a short period of time. They won't even, because let's say you said 3 months, it doesn't happen, and it's not gonna, I knew this stuff doesn't work. It's not some voodoo thing. Even voodoo's powerful, right? You know why? Because people believe the power that they're putting into the curse or whatever they're doing. It's the power behind it and the belief that makes it happen, or the connection to the material item or whatever. That is all real. And that's what makes it powerful. The same is true for the higher frequencies. When you put that focus and belief into something really positive and good, it's even more powerful, right? So I'm going on a trip. I'm going on a Caribbean cruise for free for a week, just because I mentioned it. That's how quick I'm manifesting stuff. Ooh, what do I want to manifest today? What do you want to manifest with me? So I've got people also contacting me, telling me that some of my videos have helped them get through, some really difficult nights. We all go through that. Now, I want you to remember something when you go through that. Again, sit with it and say, I'm here for a reason. I'm in this situation for a reason. Have I continually been in that situation over and over? It's a pattern. I'm doing something, I'm thinking some way, I'm believing something that keeps putting me back into that. And I can change that. Now, instead of sitting here believing all the stuff that's going through my head, or that I'm miserable, when it's just a story you're telling yourself. Yes, the outside world circumstances may not be pleasant, but it is also your directives to go ahead and change it. And you have that power, and it's sitting there going, you can change this anytime you want. If you stop believing that you're not worthy, or that you can never have those things, or you're not smart enough, or that's for other people, or whatever. Throw it out the window, honey. You are on equal playing ground. Yeah, with every powerful person on the planet. Yeah, we all wield that power. So it's not about the physical abilities, the IQ. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about the core belief behind whatever it is you're going after. I'm telling you, I did a video 1,000 videos ago about, and I don't know if he still is, but the top brain surgeon in the United States was a black man from, I believe it was, no, it wasn't the Bronx, it was like, a ghetto area. They don't even call it ghettos anymore, because those actually can be very trendy areas of New York. One of the worst areas in New York, where there was crime and the thought of going to college was like non-existent. Single mom, didn't have any support. He made it happen. He didn't look at his limitations on the material plane, because the material plane doesn't solve problems. The energy, the source of what you are, has no limits. It doesn't solve problems. It just is. There are no problems. Right? There's just a desire, and then there's a belief behind it. And if my desire is to be a brain surgeon, then by golly, I'll start taking some action, and the universe will start giving me the things as I'm on my path, because part of my pathway is this interesting experience of getting there. So you know it's done. You know you've got that trip. You've imagined it. And then you're like, okay, this is interesting. Let's see, what's that story between now and then? What is that story? Do I, maybe I make a couple phone calls or I learn something. You know, I do my internet marketing. You guys can click anytime and check this out. I get more people that go, oh, so we're supposed to sell this and that. I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it. You pay to go to Harvard, right? They don't guarantee you anything. But this education shows you how to create a living. So there's that mindset out there of, oh, this is a scam and scheme. Great, don't do it. Listen, I'm not even going to say how much I make. But let's put it this way. It's substantial. Right? Because I don't limit myself. I'm like, there's something I can learn here that's incredibly relevant and valuable. But here's this old way of thinking. And I'm using this example because I run into this all the time. We're stuck in this traditional world. This is how we did things. I get a 9 to 5. I go and I work my off, and then I beg for vacation time, and maybe no, sorry, not going to get a raise because I can hire some kid down the street for half, and then you're out the door. We get a lot of members whose jobs are going away right now. Now, instead of these people out there, and this is you, instead of you looking at these situations as negative, what if you said, this is an opening for something new for me? What if you do lose your job or something's happened? It's the opening to get to that final story that you have somewhere. And it's part of your journey, which you've got to accept what comes along with that. I want this perfect person. I want to be happy. And you're in a horrible relationship. Well, guess what? It's going to have to break up. And then you break up, you go, well, this hurts. I didn't expect this. Well, of course it hurts. Guess what? You're not supposed to be with them. You're supposed to be with that perfect person that you envision. And it will happen now that you are willing to experience some of the pain. You don't have to suffer. Feel the pain, sit with it. Sit with the tooth and go, okay, I'm feeling it. Wow, that's what it's like to be human. You'll never get to feel that on the other side. I mean, I guess you could choose that, but who would do that? But you're here. This is why you're here. Oh, embrace it, man. Embrace it and say, okay, wow. And then things start to get better and better and better, and your outside world starts to change, but it's coming from in here first. And those of you who are suffering, having those dark nights, it's because you're looking out here. You don't realize that you're projecting that. You're seeing it as a negative, not like, this was my challenge on my journey here. Oh, I can break through this. I can be anything I want. I am powerful beyond my human imagination. And if I connect to what I really am, it's going to feel like home. Yeah. When you get the cruise, 1 week cruise, you go, yeah, this feels right. This feels really good. So I wanted to share this incredible story with you because I'm getting so many stories coming in and so many people sharing the progress they're making. Now just remember, the big stuff and the small stuff are on equal playing ground. There's no ranking. There's no ranking in the creative world, unseen world. None. It has no look at the planets. I mean, that's mind blowing. Like, we're on a planet. There's the sun. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. We are rotating at 30,000 miles an hour on this sphere in the middle of space that's endless. I mean, seriously? Okay. And then you're worried about making enough money? Holy cow. That energy is you. Start using it. And I want to hear these stories. I love these stories coming in. It's like, whoa, boom, 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 boom. I'm getting more and more and more. And including people saying, you know what? I made it through a tough night. Thank you for that video. And that empowers me to continue to give you the tools to do what you need to do for yourself. I can't do it for you, but you guys are using the tools. I love it. You're taking these tools and saying, you know what? It's not your responsibility to make me rich or, happy or, fall in love. I know now the pathway, or one of the pathways, there's no one pathway to do it And then you pick and choose what works for you, whether it's me or some other video out there that gives you something that they say and it clicks. Never stop seeking. Never stop believing. You are whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. You are happy. That's your nature. So pull off the veils and start to experience it and laugh. Start laughing, because when you laugh, it feels good. Like if I sat here and smiled at you, you'd have to smile back. Right? Yeah, it's going to get to you. I know, it's going to get to you. If you're around that enough and you're doing it yourself, you feel it. It's that simple. It's that easy. Start manifesting that dream life. Not about the material stuff, but really feeling good about your life, about being here, about sending light and love out to the universe. Because when you do that, that frequency starts to go up. This planet starts to change. Things become easier for all of us. So get the self out of the head and say, yeah, I want to be happy. I'm going to send light and love. I want everybody to have abundance and health and love and all these things. And yes, I would love to be abundant and prosperous, and I'm ready for that. It's going to show up. I already know it exists. Now let's have fun along that journey. So hopefully I'll come up with some more stories for you, but it happens to me constantly. Sending you light, love, health, wealth, prosperity, and joy. Namaste.